Hello, Tom, aka Gedeon here for Tabletop Tap Room. Sad news today because we had a new Lanasa wanted to poke the bear. And so this is Mario Real. It is a YouTube, not a YouTube, it is a Twitter handle. And notice it says Mario Real at Mario77 is back. Now we know that Mario77 is Justine Lanasa. How do we know that? Well, we have inside sources who have confirmed it for us from within his own camp. For instance, the vendetta that Mario77 had on Twitter attacking his former employee and that man's son. But there was a nonstop attacking the kid, and it was eating at me that was going on all the time. I was like, this is just not cool. And there's been attacks on other people's kids, but comes around, goes around. It finally landed on me. Look, husband to a saggy, we won't even say that word. It's unpleasant for women to hear. Skank and daddy to some crooked-toothed half-breed. You ain't nothing. Now, this is Mario Real. Mario77 got booted off of Twitter for doxing. Finally, enough complaints to Twitter. They acted. And he comes right back as Mario Real at Mario77 is back. Violation of the terms of service. Good job, Mario. Justine Lanasa. And he does this. Now, you called my wife a skank. And my answer to that is, my question to Justin is, how did you know my wife went to Skank High School? And Skank High School, of course, is in East Millinocket. It was built after Garrett Skank, who was a paper mill owner here in the state, great philanthropist, donated a lot of money to a lot of different causes. And so they named a lot of things after him in the state. And up in East Millinocket, you get the Skank High School, and it is the local joke around here, but you know what? When you're from East Millinocket, they all go, yeah, I'm a skank and I'm proud to be a skank. And they just look you right in the eye and dare you to have something to say. So she's no wilting flower on this. You want to throw around crass little names. We laugh at you, Justin. You don't have a clue. Now, like I said, Tammy's proud to have gone to this high school. She helped lead her basketball team to state and won. And when she went on to college in Hawaii, hot off her win at state, she'd go down to play pickup basketball down at the basketball courts. And it'd be nothing but a big group of really big Samoan boys, because they grow those boys big. And she held her ground with them. And they learned that she wasn't afraid to throw an elbow. And so she liked basketball, and she was proud of her school and proud. Little side note here. This is for everybody else. This is not for Justin. She wore her Letterman jacket to the basketball courts in Hawaii. And so of course it said, Skank High School.
They didn't think it said.
They didn't. Yeah, they're trying to pronounce it, and so they asked her, "How do you pronounce that?" She went, "Skank."
We didn't know that was a word used for something else. We didn't.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, all these big Samoan boys are rolling on the ground laughing over there because she had no clue that there was another meaning for the word. So, little side story. It's funny. And that's for the other viewers out there. It's funny but true. So now let's address the attacks on my kid. Two things were said: crooked tooth and half-breed. Let's start with the last one first. Half-breed. That would belie the information that her mother is a woman of color. And that right there is kind of interesting because it outs Justin as a racist. He's just unmasked himself as a racist, because people have been saying, Justin, you need to disavow Dave. Justin, you need to disavow Dave for that Nazi crap. Otherwise, it says that you agree with it. Well, now we know that he agrees with the Nazi crap, because he's come right out and just revealed himself to be a racist, attacking a child and calling that child a half-breed. So there we go, folks. Justin has unmasked himself as a rank racist and white supremacist. And this is why he's not disavowed Dave Johnson, because he agrees with all the Nazi crap. And may I remind you, some of that Nazi crap from Dave was a little meme saying, you know, in your heart that he was right. And that he was a picture of Hitler in the center of that meme. So Justin has outed himself as a racist. There's no question about it anymore. He's come clean and said he's a racist. Good job, dude. Good for you. Now, the crooked tooth thing. My daughter was born with something called Apert syndrome. Apert syndrome is a rare birth defect. The doctors will tell you that it's 3 births in a million, or they will say that it's 1 birth in 100,000. Now, that math doesn't add up, and I became quickly convinced that they're just guessing, that they don't know, and they're just guessing. So my daughter, yes, has special needs. She was born with birth defects that affected her hands. She had to have multiple surgeries on her hands and her thumbs. She had to have surgeries on her feet. The feet were affected. She had to have surgery on her. She had no soft spot, so they do a cranial synosuture release, is what the procedure is called. Basically they peel back the skin and they remove 1/4 of the skull and then reattach it with screws, so that there's space for the baby's brain to grow and and expand, because Apert's kids are born without a real soft spot on their head. The mid-face bones are affected, numerous surgeries there. And, and there was a few other associated medical issues for the kid. So you've now attacked a kid for being mixed race. You've now attacked the child for being special needs. Good job. You were just, we all knew you were low, but you've slunk to a new low. Okay. Just absolute new low. So now, to the listening audience, my daughter's fine. She is the sweetest child, I call her child. She will forever be my child. She is the sweetest person you could ever know. Just absolutely sweetest. And, and you saw that at age 5 in kindergarten, that there would be other kids being left out of the play, and she'd go and she'd get them and bring them and include them and everything. She was a gatekeeper, making sure everybody was involved. Just sweet, sweet, sweet human being. And I am grateful, when your child is born and the midwife says, we're taking her down to the NICU because she has some sort of syndrome. And suddenly the midwife and the other nurse leave and the baby leaves and you're left there with that word hanging in the air. It's a kick in the stomach. And, it's tough. But I came to realize that what happened was God had this special person, this special child, and he looking around saying, who can I entrust this child with? And he chose me. And I am forever grateful that God chose me. So that's the deal with her teeth being a little crooked. She currently has braces. They're trying to fix that. And she is the light of my life. So, Justin, you're a horrific human being. You want to attack people's wives. You want to attack people's kids. You're an absolute horror show of human being. You really are. Now, I want to bring to your mind, Justin, I want to remind you, back last November, there was a coordinated troll fest that went down on my Facebook page involving posts involving me and my family and my kids, particularly around Thanksgiving. And it was a troll fest of Michael Yack, Dave Johnson, and Justine Lanasa. uh, because I went back to the file and went and looked. Oh yeah, Michael Yack, Rancid Lord. So the three of you who have issues with race were back then, and there was a lot. There was some back and forth on the social media, and one of your apologists was accusing me of bullying and hate, and I said, really, show me where the bullying is. I've only done 3 videos. One of them was positive about TSR, encouraging the fan community to wait and see what happens. And then the next one was where I realized I'd been lied to, and I unmasked the lie and I reported on that to the fan community. And then I did a review of everything you guys had revealed about Star Frontier's New Genesis, and I just did a review video on that. And I had the temerity to say it's going to be D20 rules. Well, you yourselves revealed it to be D20 rules, but and that brought me the biggest attack. Like, you're bullying and being a hater, which was just so damn funny because you revealed to the world that you're doing D20 rules. Whatever. So during the midst of that, I made it clear to you, since it was obvious you didn't like me doing videos, that anytime you wanted to go on my Facebook page, anytime you wanted to attack my kids or attack my family, well, I would just do a video. I hinted at that very strongly. And you guys got the message because you left my family alone after that. But I think you forgot. And so you pulled this little crap. What's the saying they say? Mess around and find out. Well, you just messed around. Now you're going to find out. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to make a video. I'm making one today. I'll be making one tomorrow. I'll be making one the day after that. You see, months ago, we had a little research. Me and a family member were digging into you. We're producing a lot of content. I've got a lot of screenshots. I was organizing them today into folders. In fact, let's just review the folders. So, the folders I assembled today just on my own screenshots, irrespective of all the research done and supplied to me by other people. I have folders for abuse and manipulation, attacking gays, attacking kids, attacking wives, failed politician. That's a fun one. Can't wait to get to that one. Money obsession, threatened by questioning. See, Justin's got such thin skin. Somebody asks him a question, he flips out on them. Threatening lawsuits. I mean, dude, you threaten to sue people like some people pass out Tic Tacs. Yeah, Tic Tac. Here's a Tic Tac. Here's a Tic Tac. Violating rule. I mean, I've got just folders in here. So the plan when I was assembling this information was to do a documentary of who is this public figure called Justine Lanasa. And so it was going to be I was planning on doing a documentary. And then I got tired of it. I'm like, this guy is so sleazy. I just feel dirty looking at this man's life. It just makes me feel dirty. And I was like, I just don't even want to do this. And so I just dropped it, even though I did all the research, just dropped it, and okay. So we've not proceeded with that. Well, now we're going to do that. We're going to do this documentary, except I don't want to bore people with one long documentary you got to sit through. It's a pain in the neck to watch a long 2-hour documentary. No, I'm just going to do short little clips. Just, short 10, 15 minute, maybe just looking at one post he did or one little topic. And we're just going to examine small little snippets, and we're going to do it daily because that'll break it up so that it's easy to swallow. It's easy to get through it and not have to sit through like a 2.5 hour video and feel like you've just been through, 2.5, 3 hours of sleaze. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I made it very clear back last November when you had that little troll fest involving my family that you want to do that, I'll make videos. And you didn't want me making videos, so you left the family alone. Well, you forgot, okay? You forgot that was the agreement. Well, guess what? Now I got to live up to my promise, and I'm going to just do Justine Lanasa. Now, I apologize ahead of time to my subscribers. Okay. You guys are great and I love you. And many of you have been like, dude, let it go. Drop the vendetta. It's not a vendetta. It has not been a vendetta. It's up to this point. Okay. And I'm not even going to say it's a vendetta. I'm just going to say, look, I have all this content on who is the real Justine Lanasa. So therefore, I'm going to work my way through it every single day. New video. I will continue to do the Star Frontiersman channel and do those videos. Yes. But here at the tap room, we have a new mission and we will work on all that research. It would be a shame for that research to go to waste. It'd be a shame for all the files supplied to me by the other admins over at Star Frontiers New Genesis unofficial page. They've supplied me with a lot of material on Justin and, researching him. Eric Tenkar supplied me with some files, so it'd just be a shame to let all of that go to waste. So I'm going to do this month in, month out until Justin lets me know families are off limit. Okay, that's it. You messed around and now you're going to find out. This is what we're doing. This is the new program at Tabletop Tap Room, Justin. So strap in. This is the ride we're in for. I am going to be doing videos on you. And what do you have to do for me? You're going to threaten me with a lawsuit? You already did. I'm just reporting on public record. Like, for instance, I have your op-ed piece to the newspaper whining to the mayor about what he was doing. Mr. Mayor, it's absolutely laughable when you read it. Didn't know what I was going to do with that. But, when it starts to get to be a slow news day at the tap room, we'll eventually get to that. Public record. There's just so much public record about you. We'll just cover a piece of it at a time every day, Monday to Friday, just work our way through the files. And we will do that until you let me know families are off limits. Papa Bear is a grizzly. You mess around with the cubs, you're going to find out. And so if you want to attack my kids, fine. I promised you, you go after my family, I'm making videos. I know I've said that repeatedly here. That's the table that has been set. I apologize to my subscribers if it's not what you're interested in. And hopefully Justine Lanasa will wave the flag and say, all right, family's off limit. But I'm going to keep making these videos until you let me know family's off limit. Because there's nobody in this community who criticizes Justine Lanasa and does videos or does blogs or even just criticizes him on Facebook who attacks his family. Because all of us, as far as I know, I've not seen any, all of us have the class and the decency not to involve the families. But what's the saying? F around, you find out. Guess we're going to find out. So here's where we're at. Sorry to say this to the subscribers. Unfortunately, Justin let me know he absolutely hates when I make a video. So now we're making videos. I don't want to. I'd love to forget this fool, but nope, this is not where we're at. We want to attack. You want to attack special needs kids? You want to attack my family? Here we go. So this is Tom for Tabletop Tap Room. I encourage you to keep on gaming. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say.